Actually, just follow his Instagram because he gives it all out for free.
I do. Yep. I do. I'm a good guy. I'm a giver.
I love it.
I'm in Chicago, Illinois at the 2023 Body Tempering Summit, and we're gonna go meet some new business owners, and they're gonna get to ask me all their tax questions, what they can write off, what they can't, and bonus, you might learn about some pretty cool write-offs that any business owner can take. So come along with me.
Now, what is one tax question that you've always wanted to ask a CPA? Because I don't know if you've ever worked with one before. Maybe
I haven't had to work with one yet.
Yep, because now you're successful. What's one you can
I
ask?
do have a tax question for a CPA.
Yeah. Luckily, I am one.
Home office.
Okay.
Is there any write-offs for having an home office comparative to having a spot, somewhere else?
You can have both. So you can write both off, but the way that you do your home office,
You can have both. Okay.
yep, you can have both, is you have to have an area in your home that's completely for work. It can't be like your living room that you also watch Super Bowl, and it has to be completely separate. Then once you figure that out, you take the square footage of that work or solely workspace, you divide it by your total square footage, whatever that percentage, let's say it comes out to 20%, right? Let's say you're writing off your garage, right? That counts because that's where you temper everybody. If it's 20% of the total land or building measurement, you get to take off 20% of your rent or mortgage interest, your property taxes, your utilities, your electricity, and that's how you'd write that off. So I see your eyes light up. You're like, so what I always tell people is try to pick a really big space in your house that could be for work. Like I'll give you an example. I have a client, they are building a house, oddly enough, here in Chicago. And they're like, we got to do some work on this bathroom. I've always wanted to build this dream bathroom for my wife. How can I write that off? And I said, well, Paul, what I'm hearing you say is you want to be able to build your dream work bathroom that your wife needs to use during the day while she's working. I think I'm hearing that right, Paul? It's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, cool. So if you make a work bathroom really, really nice, you could put your V&M logo in there, right? Because I'm sure Nike, right? You're a business like Nike. Nike probably has that swoosh all over that damn place.
Right.
For tap out tempering, maybe you want to build a new bathroom that you only use during the day because, right, you're tempering clients, you're getting sweaty, you might have to shower, right? That's normal. And now you've just ripped off your dream bathroom.
The differences between independent contractor, LLC, S Corp, so obviously you need an LLC to protect yourself.
Correct.
But what does that help you in terms of writing things off? Can you not write things off if you're not?
No. So as long as you're in business for yourself, you can write off. As long as you're in the pursuit of profit, which obviously anybody starting a business, you're trying to make money, you can write off anything that the IRS deems ordinary, necessary, reasonable. So that can be like your car mileage that you drove here for. That's deductible. Any tools you buy. Okay. Any photo shoot you do for Instagram, for advertising. So for instance, this camera I have that we're using, this tripod that I'm using, I get to write that off. So anything like that is, if you can tie a business reason to it, you get to write it off exactly. Or that you've thought of right now.
Right now it would be becoming official with the LLC and that kind of thing. So I'm trying to figure out how to go about that.
So the easiest way I would do, you're in Illinois, correct?
Yeah.
I would go to your Secretary of State, set up an LLC in your state. It could be something as simple as Body Tempering by Regina. It could be a nickname. You just want to look and they'll tell you if that name's available. You register in your Secretary of State. And then after that, you'll get a federal ID number, FEIN. Think of that as your social security number for your business. And now you're covered. If you were to drop a weight on somebody, if somebody didn't like you and wanted to attack you, you are now protected. They can't come after your house or anything like that.
Gotcha.
They can just come after your tools, which obviously you don't want to lose your tools, but I can go replace them. Can't replace a house.
Yeah.
So that's how you would do that. You'd go to your Secretary of State, register your name, and then you go to the IRS website, type in IRS FEIN number, apply for it. It takes 2 minutes, and now you're official. Now you go open up that business bank account you always wanted to have.
Yeah.
One of the biggest tax breaks for tempers that nobody talks about is, I don't know, do you have children?
I do.
You do. Do they help you in any way, shape, or form?
My son helps me and gets a paycheck for it.
Very smart, because you're at a tax rate, he's at a lower tax rate. It's called income shifting. It's what all the rich people do. Now, the one thing you want to do to make it legit, you want to give them a W-2, anything like that. It's a real job, because it opens up all types of things. They can build credit, because now they can go out and get a credit card because now they have a W-2, a source of income, right?
Okay.
And then if another advanced thing, you can actually make them a partner in your business.
You can.
Oh yeah, there is no limit.
And you just put them on the LLC?
Yep, you just go to your state, say, hey, I want to add a partner. That's another way to shift income. It's actually a way to build really good business credit because now you can get them a credit card. You're still in charge of it because you're their dad, right?
Yeah.
But now that social security number has business credit. What happens when they're 18 and they're getting this tax-free income from you that they're saving? Business credit. Now you can go out and buy a duplex, partner with your child who now has payment history. And guess what? Now Brigham's son has an LLC that owns a property. And now what he can do? Leverage that property to go buy more property. See what I'm saying?
You are speaking my language right now.
So-
That's exactly what I'm trying to get into.
So I own an Airbnb.
Very cool.
It's a Fleetwood Mac themed Airbnb. It's
The
called
van?
the Fleetwood Inn.
Okay, all right.
And so there's a lot of fun things I write off.
Okay.
So I know that I'm here on a body tempering trip,
Yes, you are.
but on Thursday when I got here early, I took the little L down to Wicker Park, my
Yep.
favorite neighborhood in Chicago,
Yep.
and I bought the most amazing vintage home decor. And I will write all of that vintage home
Oh, yeah.
decor off for
Yes,
my
you will.
Airbnb. Also, we ate at Dove's Luncheonette, and I'll write my entire lunch off. That
Yep.
will be for Body Tempering Summit
Yep.
work. And then, gosh, I feel like there's just so many write-offs. Like,
A lot.
I'm just all of it. I think it's not possible for everyone of the general public to understand
No.
the tax code. Like,
Yep.
that's just not a realization in this world.
Yep.
And so it is really important to have a professional tax
Yep.
person that understands and legally
Yeah.
can help. You know,
Yep.
'cause-
Everything's by the book.
yeah.
I do not endorse that. I've turned away people who say, hey, do I actually have to write this off? Can I just like say I did? I said, I'm not your guy. I will
Yeah,
not do that.
we're not doing illegal stuff.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah.
Because there's so many legal ways
Yeah.
to do the
Oh,
same
that
thing.
100%.
You don't need to. The problem is you don't know them.
Yep. And you
So you
don't.
got to find the guy that does. Ask him about 200 plus tax
Yeah.
saving
That's why I wear it.
questions.
That's why I wear it. People
strategies.
come up to me. Yep.
Actually, just follow his Instagram because he
That
gives
too.
it all out for free.
I do. Yep. I do. I'm a good guy. I'm a giver.
I love it.
So we just wrapped up at the 2023 Body Tempering Summit here in Chicago. Let a bunch of new business owners ask me some questions, get some real life practical tax advice from a CPA, and they also learned some fun things. So let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite write-off and what are some questions you have directly about taxes that could help you write off potentially that new Mini Cooper that you wanted to do and any other questions you have. So until the next one, we'll see you guys later.